In this lesson, we will learn what a variable is and how to create variables in Python. In the previous lesson, we learned how to display text using the print function. The text we displayed was hard-coded directly into our program and would remain exactly the same every time the program ran. No matter how many times we run the program, the output will always be the same. Most people have played some sort of game, so you will know that a score can increase, a player's level can change, and in a more common real-world example, a bank balance can go up or down. Because of this, we can't use the same approach that we used in the previous lesson, where the value was hard-coded directly into the program. The score isn't fixed. It changes as the player progresses through the game. So how can we store information that may change while the program is running? Variables solve that problem for us. A variable is a named location in memory that stores a value. You can think of a variable as a box with a label attached to it. The label tells us what the value represents, and the value is stored inside the box. Before we start, it is also important to understand a few basic syntax rules in Python related to creating a variable. As you remember from the previous lesson, syntax is the set of rules that defines how code must be written so that Python can understand it. When creating a variable, you should know that Python is case sensitive. This means that my name, where only the first letters are uppercase, my name written entirely in lowercase, and my name written entirely in uppercase are all treated as different variables. To create a variable, the first step is to choose a descriptive name that represents the value it will store. In our next lesson, we will look at naming variables in more detail. After choosing a name, we assign a value to the variable using the assignment operator. Since we are storing text, you need to surround the value with quotation marks. So open the online editor, IDLE, or any editor of your choice and create a variable. For the variable name, we will use my_name in lowercase, and for the value, use your own name. When you run your program, at this stage, nothing will be displayed on the screen. This is completely normal. Python has stored the value in the variable, but we have not yet told it to show that value to the user. Think of it this way. On one side, Python is storing information in memory. This part is mainly for you as the developer. On the other side is the output area, where anything intended for the user is displayed. In your case, you will use this area to test your programs and view the results. Since we have not used the print function yet, there is nothing to display, so the output area should remain empty. The next step is to display this value. To see your name on the screen, we use the print function, which we introduced in the previous lesson. Instead of writing the value directly in our code every time we need it, we can use the variable name as a reference. Python will look inside the variable and retrieve the stored value for us. So inside the print function, we simply write the name of the variable. You can only display the value of a variable that already exists. If you misspell the variable name or try to use the print function before creating the variable, Python will not know what variable you are referring to. In this case, your code will not work and you will see an error message. Also, it is important to remember that we do not use quotation marks when we want to print a variable. If you put the variable name in quotes, Python will treat it as text and will print the variable name itself rather than the value stored inside it. This is a key concept, so make sure you understand the difference between a variable name and the text stored in the variable. Congratulations, you've created your first variable in Python. See you in the next lesson.